So guys, in this video, I am going to show you how to book PTE Academic Test and how to book PTE Core Test. But first, I'll show you PTE Academic, and then at the end of this video, you will see like how to go for PTE Core. Process is exactly the same, no difference at all. Only in PTE Core, you have to enter your passport detail. That's all. Okay, passport number. Other than that, you don't need to enter anything. Okay, so let's start. So what you can do, either you can open this link, I'll paste this link also, okay, in the description, or you can simply search, like PTE Academic. That's all. So the very first link will be, this one. And if you click on book test, it will ask you to choose the country. I don't, do it in that way. I click on sign in, and then, I click on sign in and create account. So same page will open. Okay. This is how I proceed. Okay. Now, if you have account, you click on login, otherwise you go for sign up. So when you click on sign up, you have to add your mail ID. So let's say I'm adding some dummy mail ID, fmdindia@gmail.com, and then you can add any XYZ password. Okay, so that's all. Country of residence, so it will be India for me. So whatever is your country, select that. I want to receive information, there is no need. I want to become contacted by third party, no need. Click on continue. Now you will be getting one email, so you have to enter that code to verify your email. Okay, so 305872, done. So that's all. Now it will ask me everything. Okay, so I'm not going to use my name because I already have the account. So if I have to take exam in the future, so it will create problem. I cannot create two accounts with the same name, surname, and date of birth, everything. So I'm just going to write XYZ. Okay, so let's say if I type our name, fourth master, and then if I say, let's say, designs, and then it will ask you your date of birth. Okay, so you can select whatever your date of birth is. Let's say if I select like 1st of Jan, then year, let's say if I select maybe like 2003, that's all. So if you do not have surname on your passport, you click here. Sometimes students have only first name. Click on create account, and then it will ask you to enter more details. Okay, so account has been successfully created, whatever it is. That's all. So now I need to complete my profile. So in my profile, it will ask me to enter name, surname, then email ID, then date of birth, male, female, place of birth, okay, country of birth, country of citizenship, then country of residence, and then you have a telephone number, and select no, uh, sorry, select yes if you do not need any help, any special arrangement. That's also, this is important. Make sure that your date of birth, your name, your email ID is correct. Okay, if your name doesn't match with your name on the passport, they won't allow you to enter. Okay, keep that in mind. Other than that, we do not need anything at all. Okay, we don't need like our passport entry date, passport start date, anything. Okay, so once you are done with this, then you have to come to main page, that is my PTE. Okay, so once you click on this my PT, you will get this interface, and here you select country. It doesn't matter, like uh, whether you select Australia, Canada, like it will suggest you the correct test type. For example, if you say I want to go to Canada on work permit, or for work purpose, so it will suggest you what, it will suggest you PT core. Okay, for example, if I go for work, so it will suggest you PT Core. Let's say if you are going for Canada itself, but you are selecting study, so it will suggest you academic. And if you select, let's say, Australia, then are you taking test in your country of residence? I'm in India, I'm taking test here, so I'll select yes. And if I'm selecting study, so it will suggest me PT Academic. So process is same for both PT Academic and PT Core. Okay. So very first step is to create account and enter name, surname, date of birth, and like address. That's all, guys. Nothing else. No need to enter passport, number, passport issue date, expiry date, just like we enter in IELTS. Okay, here we do not have any such thing. Then you click on book PT Academic. Okay, so far very simple process for both PT Academic and PT Core. Okay, it is exactly the same. Now, what language do you speak? You can select, okay, it's up to you, whatever your native language. For me, like it can be Hindi, it can be Punjabi. So let's say if I go for Punjabi, I have read the ID policy and understand, click here, and no need to worry about all these things. So just that's all, click. How do you hear about PT Academic? You can go for like let's say your internet search, which country or region you are planning to study, work, or settle in. Now it doesn't matter. You can select right now Australia, and tomorrow you can go to UK also. You can go to New Zealand also. At this point, you can, let's say if you're planning to go to Australia, New Zealand, UK, so you can select any option. Okay. Let's say I'm planning. I am not sure whether I'm going to Australia, UK, or New Zealand. I can select Australia because my plan right now is Australia. I may go to New Zealand tomorrow. I may go to UK tomorrow. So it should not matter. What bad describes your current situation? If you are graduated but you are not doing any work, you can say like not studying or working. If you are working in a company, you are getting salary, you can go for working full time. If you are a student, you can go for this option. Let's say if I go for this option, why you're taking PT Academic? Now here you select the right option. If it is study, go for study. If it is your visa, go for your visa. Let's say Australia temporary work visa, or Australia post study work visa 485, or let's say skilled migration, whatever your option is. So if you're a student, go for study, and let's say study. Now it will ask you what course you're taking. Try to understand my viewpoint. PT academic exam is same whether you are taking it after your 12th class, or whether you are taking it after your post graduation degree, or whether you are taking it after your graduation degree, or if you are going for PhD, still PT academic is same. Now it will be unfair to give difficult exam to a person who is going for undergraduate degree, right? So let's say if you are going for PhD, and I had just passed my schooling. I'm going for undergraduate course. Okay. So it will be unfair to me, right? If I get the same level, same exam level, what PhD student is getting. And it will be unfair for a PhD level to get PT exam like me. I will be getting much easier exam. A PhD student will be getting, I think, a little bit difficult exam. Okay. So they cannot give same type of exam or same level of exam to both the students. Okay. It will be unfair. So how they will differentiate, like whether someone is getting easy or difficult one? It, I think, is based on these selections. Okay. You don't say enter any incorrect details, but at the same time don't let the system know your exact detail also. So see, let's say if I'm selecting, I am going for your masters. Okay, I have selected this one. Even after doing graduation in India, you can still go for graduation again in different field. Even after doing masters here, you can still go for masters again. But if you are master student here in India, you cannot select foundation code. That will be incorrect. Okay, okay, that won't be the correct one. So we can still select the same thing. After doing masters in India, we cannot go for undergraduate degree, right? So still people do diploma course, right? You, many students have seen they are graduate here in India, and they go for diploma course. Diploma courses, but again like undergraduation degree. So Still, like, it is justified, but after doing masters you don't say foundation, you can select undergraduate, okay, or you can go for professional qualification, but don't select foundation. Which field? Now here, be very careful. I have seen my students who were from mechanical engineering background, they got some mechanical related words in read aloud. Okay. They got some technical diagram, flow chart in describe image. That is what I have seen. And they got some, technical paragraphs in reading fill in the blanks. And when I suggest students, or when I selected this tourism hospitality management, or let's say humanities and arts, okay, or let's say your your business and management, they get journal words in read loud, they get journal sentences in read loud, they get journal sentences in repeat sentence, or they get simple, like, simple images in describe image. And reading fill in the blanks paragraphs were also like based on journal day to day discussion or journal topics only. Now, if you are planning, let's say, engineering, you, okay, but let's not select engineering, you may get little bit difficult one. Okay, so I tell my students to go for others, and it will ask to go for others. You can say like my field. So you may, think like what I'm suggesting here, but I have done this for many students. There is no harm in saying that. I'm not entering any incorrect thing. Okay, what field you are applying for, I'm applying for my field. But if you are not comfortable, you can select engineering, and then you can select, let's say, well, you don't need to select anything. Now you will get technical things. I have seen students who select the exact domain, they get difficult, fill in the blanks. They get some academic paragraph essay in their writing, they get read loud difficult ones. So let's say you are engineer here. Now you want to change your field of study. You are planning something related to tourism and hospitality management. You can select that. There is no harm in. Today you are planning masters in this field. Maybe after 10 days you realize, no, this is not my field. I don't want to do it. I will go for this one. So no one will question you. These basic details are, I think, only for this PT system, so that it gives you that level of exam. Okay. I usually suggest students to select humanities and arts or hospitality, irrespective of their field. Okay, or others, and here I will select like my field. I had done this for many students. Okay, then click on next, and that's all, guys. Just simply go through this page. Well, no need to go it. Everything is correct. Only you don't need to worry. And after that, it will ask you to select your center. uh, in many centers there is no separate cabin. Okay, keep that in mind. In many centers there is no separate cabin. And in North India, Jammu, if anyone is from Jammu, Punjab, Haryana, I tell my students uh, to go for this particular center, Kangaroo, I think. This center, they have separate cabins. Okay. Now, sometimes students who took classes, online classes, and they ask me like if I know any center in Bangalore where like there are separate cabins. So guys, what you can do, you can check the name of all the centers in your area. Let's say, for example, you are going for Bangalore. Okay. Now in Bangalore, uh, you can call, okay, this center and ask if they have separate cabin. You can do that for all. Okay, that's all. I think there are only two centers in Bangalore, so three centers. You can call them and check. Okay. Likewise, if you are from Chennai, you can check in Chennai if they have separate cabin. If there is no center, okay, with separate cabin, then there is no option. But since in North we have separate cabin, like this one in Chandigarh, so I usually suggest my students to go for this one, because students usually practice at home in a very peaceful and quiet environment. But when it comes to exam, it is a fish market. Many students will say, will repeat their sentences very loudly, will read their sentences loudly and read loud, so it becomes like a fish market. The invigilators nowadays ask students to speak slow, but still, like, it is a kind of fish market. And here also I'll say one thing. Recently, my many students have faced problem in this center while taking test. Their laptop, their system switched off. Okay, and this center did not even register complaint. So keep that in mind. Okay, if you book, they have separate cabin. You know, they have everything is good there, but it has happened with many students. Like, their system switched off, turned off while taking exam. So students were disturbed. Okay, so keep that in mind. And let's say if I select this one, now you select date. Let's say I'm going for next week 21st, and choose the timing 10, 13, 15. Okay, whatever, 3:30. Let's say I go for this one. You click on book exam, and read again PT Academic 21st February, center name, and click on next. Then it will ask you to do what? It will ask you to try your payment. Okay, make the payment. And here, don't use coupon or voucher. Guys, I have seen students getting difficult exam. They did good, still they failed. Failed in the sense, like, if your target is 79, you're not getting 79, you failed. Okay, that is what I have seen. So when you select, you click on checkout, and then it will give you the option to enter your card details or whatever your mode of payment is. Just think about one thing. One student is booking without voucher 18,000. One is booking through voucher. Now voucher cost is, let's say, 13. It means the person who is selling the voucher is earning 5,000. Company is in loss, right? Now PT is earning less money when someone is going through voucher. And here, if I'm booking directly, it is 18. So what I feel is, like, well, I can't prove it. Like, if you are using voucher, PT is deliberately failing you. It's not like that. But I have seen students, they score less when they have used voucher. So avoid it. Now the difference is how much? 18,000. And the person who is selling voucher, he has got the voucher in 13. And he also got voucher from someone else. If you buy voucher directly, if any big training center is there, and if they are buying voucher from main PT company, Pearson, I think they will be getting the voucher in 11,000 something. So now see, one exam is getting booked in 11, one is getting booked in 18,000. How much difference? 7,000. Don't you think PT will be bit strict? If I am using voucher, PT is earning only 11, 12,000. And if I'm not getting my desired score, I will be booking again, right? So that is beneficial for Pearson. Okay, I don't have any way to prove this, but I have experienced this. Students who use voucher, they did not get good marks. Keep that in mind. Anyway, so that is up to you. I think people who sell vouchers, they won't agree with me. Okay, anyway, it's up to you to decide. So if you have the voucher, if you have bought the voucher in 15, 16, 17,000, whatever amount, enter it here, click and apply. Or you simply enter your details, billing address, then click on continue, and then click on payment and make the payment. And after that, you will get your details in email as well as in PT order history. Okay, so let's say if I jump onto your, let's say if I book the exam, and after that if I come to my activity here, so I'll see my exam booking here. Okay, that's all guys. This is how you book PT. Now, if you come back to my PT section again, and let's say if you select Canada next, and if you say yes, and if you select your goal as work, so you will be able to book PT Core. And after selecting PT Core and clicking on next, you will get everything exactly in the same way. Let's say if I select Punjabi as my main language, and select your identification document. Here it is asking for document, so you go for, let's say, valid passport. I Then after that you enter your country as this one. Here you have to enter your passport details. Okay, let's say I just add One, two, three, four, five. I agree. Okay, I agree. How did you hear about PT Core? Let's say I go for internet search. Then what best describes you? Let's say if I am graduated, okay, college graduate, or I'm working full time. So either you will be working full time, or you just have passed your college. So go for, let's say, college graduated. Why you're taking the test? PR, citizenship, a temporary foreign worker, or PGWP. Many students take this for this one also. So let's say you're going for PR. And what your occupation sector? So let's say you are in let's say whatever. Let's say I go for your, now it depends on you, like what is your occupation sector. So let's say I'm a teacher, so I go for education. So then you click on next, and after that again, like, you click on agree. Okay, no need to go through the details, because there is nothing like you have to worry about in terms and conditions. Select your center. This time I'm not going to look for any place. I'm just selecting something in my home state. So let's say choose the time. First of all, let's say I go for 27th of Feb. I choose any time, particular time. Let's say 9. Click on book, and then you have the same formality. Next, and then you have what, it will ask you to go through the details, your date, center, everything. Fee is again 16. If you are okay with it, click on checkout. And then if you have the voucher, use it. If you do not want to use, simply like add your details, click continue. Okay, I've already discussed like why I don't personally suggest students to use any voucher. You will be saving money. Okay, if someone is selling you voucher in 15, you will be saving 3,000 rupees. Okay, but better avoid it. Okay, so that's all, guys. This is how both PT Academic and PT your core tests are booked. Okay, that's all, guys. Thank you very much.